Hi, my name is Jennifer Dines. I'm a teacher in the Boston Public Schools. I'm the ESL 1 teacher at the Frederick Pilot Middle School, which is on the border of Roxbury and Dorchester in the Grove Hall neighborhood. And I have classes full of newcomers every year, which is amazing. I'm involved in the Boston Public Schools in a lot of ways. My three daughters, shown on the left, all go to the John D. Philbrick School in Rosendale. And on the right is a picture of me in my classroom. And it shows students making peace rocks, which is just one way that we use the arts in our classroom. And really use the arts and writing to talk back to what Sonia Nieto describes. So she says curriculum and pedagogy, rather using the lived experiences of students as a foundation, have them based on what can be described as an alien imposed reality. The rich experiences of millions of our students, their parents, grandparents, and neighbors have been kept strangely quiet. And so I really like encouraging students to talk back to that strange quietness by having their identities front and center in the classroom through a number of visual arts projects, through other ways of integrating the arts into language learning, poetry, song, and really putting them front and center, so that they can feel comfortable and like a sense of belonging, so that they are ready for doing the hard academic work of learning a second language and using all the resources they have to do so. Dr. Berta Barisa's research is mentioned throughout the David Nieto Urban Education article, and I have a personal connection to Dr. Baris. So I was a student teacher in her classroom after having her as a professor at Leslie, and that was at the Charles Sumner School in Rosendale, which is a BPS school as well. And from her, I learned about really a lot of great practices for teaching language, but as well as it really informed my connection with the arts. And I wanted to emulate her in a lot of ways. She has a special education background, and she's also a national board certified teacher. So later I obtained a degree in special education. I became a national board certified teacher. And also I went to the reading specialist program at MGH. And so between national board and between being a reading specialist, I've gotten a lot of ins with having a literacy leadership role in both my school and the district, and especially advising and providing PD for teachers around language and reading instruction and writing instruction. And then became especially interested in this bilingual certificate program when I heard about it last year. So took the ACTFL after many years of learning Spanish on my own and after travel, and really being able to speak well. I finally got the ACTFL passing score in oral language and just a few points away in writing. So it's really exciting for me to be here. And my real goal in this course is to strengthen my ability to continue to argue for best research-based practices while acknowledging that the politics behind it and the need to understand the politics to be persuasive with the science behind language instruction. So to sum up the readings from both of the articles and my perspective towards that, I wrote a poem, and I'm just going to read that, and it ends with a quote from the David Nieto article. Here's a clever riddle for you. Begin with a child. You strip away the value of this child's language, familiar, and cultural identity. By placing this child in a school where the only reference to multiculturalism is in the hallways, the colorful banner that declares welcome in every language, the flags of various nations hung from the rafters. Yet the classroom is devoid of language, pedagogy, and practice grounded in research. The child is a puzzle to teachers who only know of English-only context. They have no magic wand to wave, no alchemy to perform. The science is out there, but the teachers are unaware. No training's been provided. The child is unsolvable from the first days in the American school until the day he drops out. In the eyes of the system, in the eyes of the voters, he's a mutilated chessboard. So what's the product of the child's time in school? And the answer comes from David Nieto. A sense of rejection and inadequacy in non-native students that impedes their social progress and prepares them for a subordinate role in society. So let's fight that in this class. I am excited to join the cohort and to engage in this process over the next year. Thank you. Pleasure to meet everybody.